everyone, Nightmare Sonic here, and welcome back into another video. Today, I'm going to be doing something new for my channel. I'm going to show you some digital art tutorial. So let us get started with our first drawing tutorial on how to shade well in drawings like these, okay? So, you know, if you've been following me on Instagram, you would know that I am a real digital artist, sorry. And I would like to show you guys a little bit of my tutorials and how to shade well and become perfect. Not as perfect as my friend Jose. You can check his Instagram. I'll put it in the link in the description. So, without further ado, let us just get started. So, shading isn't hard. This is one thing I have to say. Shading isn't hard. It's just that you have to know the lighting. Like, it can either be dark or light. So, let's just get started. You have to draw your character. I decided to draw my boy Sonic the Hedgehog. I just love Sonic. So, here he is. Yeah, there he is. Sonic the Hedgehog. Now we need to shade. So, shading, we're gonna start with the dark. So, the dark shade is basically when something goes upwards. So, this place right here, where I'm spinning at, this is a part where we can shade. But how can we know when it's dark or light? Just make sure you pull the arrows up when it's something that goes down. Like this thing right here is up. It's down, sorry. And you just pull the arrow. It's coming from the ground, so that means it's darker. So that means we have to color this, we have to shade it in dark color. So what you gotta do is eye drop the color, the same color over here that I'm pointing right now, and make sure you put it a little darker. Not very much, just a little bit. Just make it a little darker, and that's it. And now you could just shade. So, and now you see there is a kind of a triangle. Not really a triangle, but just some kind of angle. You have to be copying that angle. Yeah, shading is just not you find a dark color and you have to, just keep coloring it in. You have to understand how shading works. So this is a kind of a triangle. No, not really a triangle, but it's kind of angle. I don't know what it's called in English, but I do know it in French. It's obtuse. But anyways, you see this kind of thing, angle? You do the same angle in here. Just like I did right now. And the same thing goes over here. It's going like this, so you have to do it. But when you drew a character that has this black line over here, you have to make sure that you start from there and go down to your stopping line, like over here. Also, I'm using IBIS Paint. If you want to use any other software, I demand you guys to use IBIS Paint. IBIS Paint X or IBIS Paint Normal. You can choose anything, and I like IBIS Paint X because you can choose your background thing, like the layer. You could color in the layer. Like for example, you have to draw a character like this, and if you want to color, you have to select another layer and put it underneath that layer, and you have to color it. Also, when you draw a character, don't color in immediately. You take another layer and put it underneath that lines of drawing of the character that you drew, just look over here, I drew the character, and I started coloring and start shading on another layer that it's underneath it. So make sure you do that. Also, same thing over here, it's a straight line, so it has to be a straight line. Sorry. It has to be straight line. But make sure you make the shading a little bit more clearer so you can see it. Look, I can see it. My friend Jacob, which I'll put his Instagram also in the description, I just told him you should try shading because it makes your drawings much better, but it doesn't really shade very well. It just keeps doing it like this. I mean, you can see it, but it's not enough. It could be much better, but I know you can do better, so all you have to do is just make the thing thicker, the shading thicker. And also, this is upstairs, right? Like upstairs. And this is dark. This is also dark, and this is also dark. So both of these three are dark. And you can also make this a little darker. Just keep swiping here. And there you go. And if you want to shade in this part, you could just simply do this. Some people might not agree with me, but since the ear is behind this piece of hair over here, the space of that hair. Alright, now let's get down to the light parts. So, same eye drop, and you have to make it a little lighter. A little lighter. There you go. And now we can see this a little bit over here. It's down. It's like coming from the sun or the clouds that help you make things lighter. So it's down. Just make sure you pull the, just keep putting the arrows. You'd notice that up equals dark and down equals light. Make sure you remember that. So this piece over here, it's light, so that means it's going down. So that means we have to shade it down. You have to put a little bit. And you have to make sure you close it before you start to your normal shade. Like this. See? It looks very well. It looks very well. It looks very clean because the sun or the clouds are the things that make things lighter in life. So it's going down. So this is where this is supposed to be. Then we start on this one as well. You can see it's down. I'm always pulling up the arrow so you can understand, and you can shade like this. Basically, if you want to shade the light color, like I'm doing right now, if you want to shade the light dark, light, it doesn't matter if you do a lot or a little, but I recommend you do a lot because it makes things better. And finally over here, there you go. And make sure if you have a character like this, it's going down. Even though it's out of the line, it's down. Oh no, I put too much. There you go. And the character will be finished anytime soon. Alright, now let's get to the cheeks and the inside of the ears. So as you can see, just eyedrop it. And I took the color and we're gonna make it more orangey. Don't make it darker, make it orangey, because if you understand that yellow has to become its dark color. Yellow, its dark color is orange, not dark yellow or anything, because that could be a little gross. Like, for example, wait, let's draw a ring. Oh, we color it in. We're gonna try to make the color darker. We're gonna do like this. That's not perfect, but these are golden rings. These are golden rings, so that's fine if you do a little bit of dark. You have to understand more about the coloring thing, because some colors don't have to be dark. Like, for example, this light orange over here I got. It has to be more orangey, not more darkish. And there you go. Now we can do a little bit of lighting. If you're using IBIS paint, you have to take an airbrush. I prefer airbrush trapezoid 60%. It has more thickness. And you have to take the same color again, and you see this thing right here, the one that I'm putting. If I'm recording on the screen, you can see that there's a circle that shows you that I'm pressing on it. Make sure you put it a little bit lighter. Alright, and now make sure it's not too thick. Make sure it's not too thick, and just keep swiping over here. There you go. It's good, but not the best. And there we go. Our official Sonic the Hedgehog is done. But if you want, you can also shade the eyes. This is also something you should know. If the eyes are white, that means the shading has to be like this kind of blue. But also, people like to shade eyes in this color, this purple color. But I prefer shading something that's white in this light blue color. And to make sure it's up. No, not like that. It's coming up. You still need to understand this up and down thing. So as you can see, it's in all directions. Mostly it's an up, so it has to be darker. White is a color that's the most lightest color ever. And that means it has to be, the shading has to be darker, because you can't make, you just have to, because the white is not really, there's no color that is lighter than white. And you could just shade the eyes like this. My leg was moving for a sec. So there he is. Sonic, that looks very fine, I guess. And it has the lightings, the you know. And I like using thick pen, because it really shows details, but I don't like making things too detailed. But anyways, this is pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys didn't understand anything, DM me on Instagram. I'll put my Instagram in the description, my friend's Instagram in the description, and also my other friend in the description that's basically learning how to shade. I hope you guys learned at least something. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. I'll try to reply as many comments as I can once you put them in the comments. And I love you all. Goodbye.